jeans, Velcro sneakers came along. You can place the final puzzle piece and bring me right back down to earth where I belong, in the Garden of Eden. We'll all be strumming guitars in the Garden of Eden. You see how amazing you are, oh, just like Adam and Eve, just like Adam and Eve, just like Adam and Eve, in the Garden of Eden. The end of the rainbow. Your head was heavy and your heart was dim. Round and round you felt the dirt clouds breaking loose, until you fell into my tender hands. And one by one we dropped the old catch-22s. Don't look for deeper meanings, don't be a punching bag, but would you mind putting some suntan lotion on my back? Now it's time to face reality, and there's no need to buy a ticket in advance, in the Garden of Eden. We'll all be strumming guitars in the Garden of Eden. You see how amazing you are, oh, just like Adam and Eve, just like Adam and Eve, just like Adam and Eve, in the Garden of Eden. The end of the rainbow. The end of the rainbow. In the Garden of Eden. The end takes you back to the start.
Oh, I'm sick of crying, velvet eye, sick of pining for you. Oh, I'm too damn cold to turn on the stove. I've been so awfully blue. And at night I dream of St. Louis, heaven rain, the Kings County Band. And I call through the dark room for hours for the girl in the black velvet band. Oh, I'm back from the dead and now I'm sitting up in bed watching these sitcoms dissolve. Even the music from the street is sounding sweet. It sounded so awful, so long. And at night I dream of a salesman who has come to sell me a plan where I'm sure to win back that woman, oh, the one in the black velvet band. The smog fills their room, the poppies bloom. So I'll make my way out of this town someday. So I guess I'm gone. The weather's calm, though they tell me the forecast is grim. Oh, they plan to appraise this worthless place for the mining of nickel and tin. But if I was a-going somewhere, and if you could take my hand, I would wait in this hallway forever for the girl in the black velvet band. What a thought, what a horrible sickness for the girl in the black velvet band.
Driving from Cleveland to Boston, thought of turning left at Buffalo, and going to see a girl who was living up in Toronto, and who I knew when I was a kid. Lord knows what all we did. But I believe she was my one chance to marry young, have some dark-haired daughters and some guitar-picking sons, and try and realize my plan to raise a real fine bluegrass band. But I had an awful long way to go, and I had been traveling alone. What if I'd showed up and said, why don't you come on to the show? Things might be different now. what if she'd said no? I believe she was my one chance to marry young, have a fiddling daughter and a banjo-picking son, and try and realize my plan to raise a real fine bluegrass band. But I never picked up the telephone, I never saw the shores of Lake Ontario, I never dialed that area code, I never saw the shores of Lake Ontario. But I believe she was my one chance to marry young, have a dobro daughter and a mandolin picking son, and try and realize my plan to raise a real fine bluegrass band. Seems I'm always on my way back home. What's that they say makes a house a home? I got nothing waiting for me there except my big old piano. It's not a matter of things gone wrong, only things left undone. I believe she was my one chance to marry young, have some dark-haired daughters, some guitar-picking sons, and finally realize my plan to raise a real fine bluegrass band. Ask not for whom the bells ring, ask not for whom the bells ring, ask not for whom the bells ring. They shall never ring for me.
Of night with your song, and you'll find yourself where you belong. Fly far, songbird, follow your heart and stay true to your word. Don't hold on to any old story you're told, all that glitters ain't gold. To the air. Ooh, so many things to see from up there. Hold on to what carries your wings through sunshine, the clouds and the rain. In the end, that's all that will remain. Some feathers, you're gonna get hurt. Won't see through the clouds passing under your wing, but you'll never forget how to sing. clouds and the rain. In the end, that's all that will remain. In the end, it's love that will remain. Spread your wings and set yourself free. So many things to learn and to see. Hold on to what carries your wings. Through sunshine, the clouds, and the rain. In the end, that's all.
This is my best friend's journal, and he started it. He made 4 entries in this, and then he died, and then it was gifted to me by his wife, so I've continued the process.
Nicholas Ridout. This was his notebook, and still is, I guess. I'm just borrowing it. Still my biggest inspiration and drive for continuing to be an artist. Your arrow ain't sharp, but age made deadly your rain. If I kill and get killed, my dear, would you love me the same? And as I get older, I realize the time has a way. And the patience you build in your youth will discern how you age. And some song I swore I'd never sing from years before. I held a dream, my pages worn like old Sakib. I'll die between the paper and the ink. This journal ain't mine, but it's filled with my misery. Passed down by a friend who was taken too soon to complete. And bound in the blood of living like we were deceased. Now I live with the debt that it easily could have been me. And some song I swore I'd never sing from years before. I held a dream, my pages worn like old Sakib. I'll die between the paper and the ink. So lay your head easy, don't shed tears for me. We are given this life, but nobody said it was free. Oh, 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 oh.
Some song I swore I'd never sing from years before. I held a dream, my pages worn like course I keep. I'll die between the paper and the ink.
Remember that things are temporary, and my advice in general to anyone is live in truth the best you can. I think that's the number one rule to building the foundation of a healthy life, period. Living in truth.